Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the JDL League Season number 6 for Team eHug up against Complexity. I'm Revolution 5, joined by Ruptur here for Truesight TV. And I'm just going to take one moment. I really appreciate every single one of you guys coming out. It's crazy that we just had almost 1,000 viewers on this channel. This means a ton to us.
God is for us. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it means we could actually get partnered, and you guys could get quality options. These are the kind of viewers we want to be seeing all the time, but hey, we'll take like 300-400. That's fine for us. But every single
100, man.
Every
single one.
Yeah, we'll take the one person, because every single one of you means a ton to us. And any feedback is fine. I mean, I know we'd like 100. I was just taking it a little farther. Gotta one-up you there, Ruptur. But Complexity gonna get the Shadow Fiend again, Ruptur. And wow. Let me just. Okay.
Wait, Complexity, Shadow
Complexity
Fiend,
gonna get the gyrocopter again. I rewound. We're all good here. I didn't say that.
Who said what?
Exactly. Anyways, Complexity are gonna get the gyro again. I'm a little surprised they don't respect Bandit out here. Team eHug picking up the Quap and the Leshrac in terms of bans. Tinker and Storm are the bans for Complexity. But eHug gonna go with the Witch Doctor and the Shadow Fiend, and they saw how good Witch Doctor was last game. I'm a little surprised that they picked it up at first.
Here's the deal. First of all, since we're talking about our huge, every single little mind and soul watching this, first of all, thank you. Second of all, down below, links, everything that you need to know about us. It's like, well, you know, where am I from?
Soapbox?
What am I drinking tonight? What am I eating tomorrow? What kind of Dota I cast? What do I hate most about black people, or white people, or Asian people, or Latino people like myself? No, that doesn't show up. What have we done? I'm just kidding. But I mean, what's my favorite food? Do I like to walk under the stars? No, not really. Why am I saying this? I don't know. The point is, you can know a lot about us down below on the on the info also as well. I mean, we also have Plague and Reinessa doing casting sometimes.
And Archaea when he's not working.
Archaea and Dragondrop.
And Dragondrop, yep. Who's EU all the time, but yeah.
Also, shameless plug on the chat, because, well, why not?
Yeah. Also, one more thing, and then we'll get right into the draft. Our YouTube channel, we're trying to get youtube.com/Truesight TV or whatever it is. We need 500 subscribers for that. So, if you guys could... There's something below that says Missed a Game. You can find all our VODs on there. We upload them nightly. In fact, I need to upload the one that we just casted, so I'll do that as Ruptur talks about the draft. But, yeah, if you could throw out a subscribe there, it costs you nothing. It helps us a ton. So,
alright, so let's jump into the draft right away while Revo does his changing my game magic thingy right there. Here's the deal with the gyrocopter pick, pretty much, with the ban. It is the fact that, look what you're banning as eHug. There are two really, really strong heroes right now in the current patch. Queen of Pain, True Dam, and, you know, pretty much an ulti that goes through BKBs, really strong mid laner, even off laner. And then Leshrac, which seems to be the biggest hot new thing towards competitive teams. Most of them are all agreeing that Leshrac is pretty strong. It's just a fact of making it work. But a lot of teams are like, man, yeah, this hero is broken as hell.
If you can just get Bloodstone Octarine, it's the fact that Octarine was added in as well. Like, if you can get Octarine in the late game, you are basically Leshrac Eternal, all hail Leshrac, king of the goat spirit people, whatever he is. I don't really know, and I'm not going to get into that.
I thought he was like a rainbow unicorn, which has a really really bad attitude.
The really angry rainbow unicorn.
Yeah.
Wow, somebody tuned in and heard that, and they're like, what the heck am I watching? Welcome. But, anyways.
Welcome to Dota. We have a pissed off rainbow unicorn person.
But he's banned, so you're not going to get to see him. Instead, you get to see this Jamaican guy that has a flower that shoots out physical damage, a guy in a gyrocopter, a ball of light.
That's not a flower, and you know it.
I don't want to know what it is, then. A thing demon that steals souls, and then an ice cream cone that throws a ball of ice across the map. Yes, this is going to be a lot of fun. But I do like the fact that they're going to pick up AA and Wisp. I feel like eHug, they lacked AoE damage, and, well, with Shadow Fiend and AA, they're definitely going to have it this time.
Also, it opens up the possibility of actually, like, global pickups, you know, with maybe a Nature's Prophet, a Zeus, well, Nature's Prophet not, because he just got banned, but, you know, very ganking intensive heroes on a really long range, you know, like a good ban was that Clockwork ban, because as well Ice Blast on top of Hook Shot and all the initiations should be a sure kill in the first minutes of the game.
Not to mention if Witch Doctor just stands behind Clockwork and cogs into Death Ward, easy kill, you know?
Yeah, I didn't thought about it, but it makes a lot of sense.
They do have
you know, heroes of that nature.
This is the no fun for AA time, though.
Something. Oh?
This is no fun for AA. That's what that pick is. It's just, oh, you have an AA? He's super squishy. He wants to be alone? I have Finger of Death. Hi, AA. Bye, AA. That's it.
Yeah, and AA is not going to invest into into any survival items. It's like you're going to try to rush Aghanims. The most HP you're going to get is the point booster in the Ogre Club, and after that, it's all downhill for you, boy. Downhill is straight out, you know. So it's actually a pretty smart pick, especially because the range on the Finger of Death is quite substantial. So you're able to close the distance enough that the light could really just burst him out of the freaking any lane that he's in, or pretty much any place that he's in. Tidehunter is going to be the fourth pick for eHug, so really, really heavy into the team fight. It seems like the roles have been reversed a little bit, but the thing is, Complexity is in with a Gyrocopter IO, which is a really classic lineup here. And, I mean, Gyrocopter, as we said before, he has a pretty substantial amount of team fight by his own right. Is the fact that he's able to get a really good early start and try to snowball on the back of this and try to get as many damage items possible by the survival items possible as at the 20-minute mark, and then it's just full damage. And well, Ursa is gonna be the one who also is gonna.
When will they learn, Ruptur? When will they learn? You have to ban this hero. He is so stupid good right now. I mean, yes, you can kite him, but if you're getting into the late stages of the draft, Ursa hasn't been picked, and there could possibly maybe be room for an Ursa in the enemy lineup, you need to ban that hero, because he will come out of nowhere and kick your butt. He's come out of hibernation. You know, 6.83... We're on 4, right? Yes, we're on 4. Okay, I had a brain fart there, sorry. But 6.83 Ursa, he was in hibernation. You know, the winter. The winter is over. It's springtime. It's springtime, motherfucker. Let's go. I'm out of hibernation. Let's tango, you know? And Ursa is pretty...
Let's tango with Mango?
He's pretty strong, yeah. I mean, you can pick up a Mango in the jungle and really do it. Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, a Mango with Ursa is pretty good as well. Just throwing that context out of the window. Like, do you need that extra 2 stacks of overpower, maybe that extra Earth Shock? Well, drop a Mango. And mangoes are so B right now, especially because there is no cooldown into buying them. So it's just like, well, just carry a mango every time, all the time. You know, it's like a TP now. It's kind of funny, but here's the deal with Ursa. As I said before, is the fact that if you have any way to just survive the onslaught or distract him enough, he's manageable. The problem is, how do you do that? Especially with a lineup that doesn't really have that many single target hard disables on their own end, you know.
Okay, like, that's how you do it. You pick a Slurk.
Okay, that's one way to do it.
If Ursa can't see you, he can't hit you. If Ursa can't see you, he can't hit you. There's the that's the whole point. Like, boom, we got him. We tricked the bear. We got his picnic basket.
Here's a problem, though. Is like, well, if he cannot see the Slark, he's just gonna jump someone else. So.
New York Knicks just pointed out an amazing point in the chat that I actually saw earlier on Reddit. Ursa plus Wisp can actually reach complete immunity to damage, because damage reduction stacks additively.
Yeah, I saw Nahas talking about that.
it's 80% plus 20%. Yeah, it's 20%, so it's actually even 100%.
Yeah,
which
and
is,
it doesn't have any
so
dimension returns
stupid.
because they haven't figured that out. Ooh. This could get silly real fast.
I think it already is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and say Complexity look a lot stronger than eHug do in general right now.
Yeah, but this is gonna get silly anyway. You slice it. I'm sticking with my guns here.
It's gonna get silly. It's a offlane Sand King and a mid gyro. Mid gyro is normal, and offlane Sand King is becoming a little meta. Secret has run it a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
The trick here for Complexity is try to line up the Sand King versus the TIE Hunter. That's the matchup you want to do. Or versus Lark, either way works for them. But I would say versus TIE Hunter, I feel like it's a little bit better. Just because Infinity won't be able to do too much. Just because of the constant harassment. At the same time, now that I think about it, the Slark is going to have a harder time versus Sand King. Just because, well, he's as squishy as hell, and well, Custom Final deals a significant amount of harassment now that it is like time-based as well. So
yeah. Although it doesn't do quite as much damage, but we'll get to see that in action in just a moment. Let me fix up our overlay here as we move into the game. I was kind of hoping there's a pause, but that's all right.
This
For
is no
once, I was
South
hoping.
Dota. This is Murica, boy.
ArchaeaDota. With bacon and
through and through.
Budweiser and everything. Yep. Okay.
Apple pie, baseball, and
yep.
Such.
Dota.
I'm a better
Anyways,
Murican than you are already.
Dude, I don't do sports. I'm a little pale white nerd. I'm inside all day. Kappa. Anyways, eHug up against Complexity. We've got Swindlemelons on the Gyrocopter once again in the mid lane. It's going to be Z-Freak on the IO. This time in the safe lane, it'll be Zizzy on the Fuzzy Wuzzy Ursaber, one of my personal favorite heroes. Fly will be playing your Lion. And we've got Moon Meander in the off lane on Sand King, who actually took a decent chunk of damage. Ruptur, if you will introduce eHug for us, we'll get things underway.
Alright, so we're gonna have Saro, aka Corey, with the Slark here. Joined by Pandago with the Super Ice Cream Boy here, the Ancient Apparition. On the mid lane, we're gonna have the Stealer of Souls, the Shadow Fiend here, at the hands of Justin. On the offlane, we're gonna have a duel again, Infinity with the TIE Hunter and MJW with the Witch Doctor, who's gonna drop the Caribbean bits, or at least he hopes to do it. And we're gonna actually also have a dual lane in the middle with Swindle and Sea Freak, which is quite classical. Because again, as I was saying before about MJW and Infinity being on eHug, I mean, for Complexity, it also rings through with Sea Freak and Swindle Melon since.
Yeah.
God, I want to say the Han days.
Oh yeah, this team goes back to the Han days. In fact, I saw Beef posted something on Twitter about it earlier that, like, this week was the 5-year something of Han, or something. I don't even. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
It had an awful death, but hey, it's still family, I guess. But yeah,
it's not about the death though. It's about the life.
Okay, then it was quite a fun year and a half. Then store happened.
Anyways, we do have some. Oh dear, Moon is getting hit hard with the chilling touch.
Yeah, actually, and this is a really good approach into this. It's just devoting Pandago just to zone out Moon Meander and keeping away from the Slark, because Slark has it's like a more it's like a gyrocopter in that regard. He snowballs. He does require a big amount of snowball, but the thing is with Slark is like you can afford to be a little bit more passive just because your late game is gonna be way better than the gyros.
I'd say the gyro's better late game, but Slark's toolset is much better to make support's lives a living hell, you know?
Exactly. However, the thing is, like, the gyrocopter is able to snowball harder than you, and earlier than you, just because of the nature of the hero as well. So that's
especially on the newer patch.
That's a trade-off you have with those two heroes.
Oh, but like, Infinity taking some damage on the bot lane. He got 4 stacks of Fury Swipes. In fact, Zizzy just gonna go after MJW. And gonna back off now. You know what? No big deal. They do have the Anchor Smash to reduce his base damage, but keep in mind, most of his damage comes from Fury Swipes, and I'm 90% sure that that won't be reduced. In fact, 1 or 2 more hits will bring him down. 2 more. Well, 1 more now.
Stacks. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. 135 extra damage, and this is level 1. 1 swipe will do it. First blood, gonna go over to JDL.
Almost 200 damage. This is 2 minutes in, and he almost dealt 200 damage on a single shot.
Like, that's the issue with Ursa. And this is just level 1. He can double those stacks up. Like, it's insane how good that hero is.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but this is by mistake. He builds a Tranquil Boots and just disassemble it right away.
Yeah.
It was like, oh god.
He's smarter than that, but that does tell us he's going into Vlad's.
Yeah. That's a death giveaway. I used to do that a lot back in the back when you're able to disassemble the Tranquil Boots.
Oh yeah. And you could just make
just
the
rush Tranquils and
what
get
was it called?
Lifesteal, and all of a sudden, oh look, like a 7-minute Vladimir's, which was a horrible idea back then, but hey,
it works.
I didn't know about it.
There was the whole Basilius Tranquils, like where you only need, like, if you have a boot, a Ring of Health, a Ring of Protection, and a Sage's Mask. If you disassemble them the right way, you can keep changing it from Tranquils into the Basilius whenever you need more of whichever. It was ridiculous if you actually did it, but
that era, I didn't do it just because I was lazy. But yeah, you can hypothetically just abuse that to no end, and that's the reason why it's now like Tranquils, like they cannot be disassembled exactly for that reason alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little tangent, a little meta story there. Anyway, if not Justy, I'm sorry, Fly, which is, by the way, the standing for this guy's. I think he's from.
Originally from.
Five?
No. Ruptur, you're way off. He was from Fnatic, remember? Back in the day. And then he went to Secret for a few months, and Secret kicked him for some reason, and now he's on Complexity. Remember?
Right. You're not being serious, right?
I am being completely serious.
No, this is not that Fly. This is the other Fly, the one that is on the Chinese stack, which was with Voice.
Meander's gonna live. Oh, you know what? You're completely right. Wow. Report, please. Thank you.
I thought you were joking, man. Because first of all, that Fly is now called Simba. And
4 minutes.
And second of all, this is like,
hold the phone.
You know this guy.
We gotta.
Seriously, what's wrong with you?
I know I messed up, but teams are getting revealed for the international in just a few minutes.
Oh, now that explains why you were so off. Okay,
Blap2 just posted in chat. I'm just gonna keep this up on the second screen. Mods, keep an eye on chat. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, going back into this, yeah, this is that Fly who is I think it's on Boys right now, or top 5, because they did a little bit of a rearrangement. No, I think it's Boys still, because since the infights are pretty much right next door. Yeah, he's gonna keep it simple.
That's true.
Yeah, he's standing in for Complexity right now.
I'm an idiot. Report Revo for the mistake, and it's not Fnatic Fly. It's Void Boys, ex-Void Boys Fly. Yeah, that fun. Anyways, let's move on in here.
But yeah, going back into what he needs to be doing, I feel like he should be as away as possible of the lane as while babysitting Steezies. Just because you want to get that early level 6 into the horse, and actually they're just gonna rotate in the mid lane as well. So I think Pandango's just gonna be in for a Rude Awakening. No, never mind. They're actually gonna go for Roche instead. Yep. And actually, Enrage is gonna be huge for taking Roche. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't popped it yet.
You want to get your stacks up, and then just wait. He'll finish him off with Enrage in just a second, probably. He's gonna wait for the next stack of Overpower, I'm guessing. Okay. I think he'll do it now. Yep, there he goes. And all of a sudden, a third of Ursa's health is gone. Drop the mango! He didn't have a slot! Eat the mango, Zizzy. But actually, Shadowfiend coming in, double raise onto the line, takes him down. Zizzy dropping fast, but does have that Aegis and does dispel the cold feet with it as well. But Z-Freak, he's hiding in the pit. He's a little scared at the moment. Call down coming in. eHug trying to get it off here. Swindle Melons comes in with the Rocket Barrage. Zizzy gonna drop, actually, a double kill for Justin on the Shadow Fiend, and this is turning very bad for Complexity very quickly. Has one more right click from the Shadow Fiend, would take down Z-Freak, but he can't quite find it due to the high ground vision. He's gonna guess. Oh, just not enough range. Why did I screenshot? That was not what I clicked. Okay, whatever. A bit anticlimactic. Probably all of the streams saw the little notification pop in the corner. Screenshot saves. I'm like, no. I was trying to go to dire vision to make it a little more suspenseful, but I failed. So, a pretty great fight for eHug. Even if Ursa gets the Roche, they take him down very swiftly. Afterwards, get a double kill for their Shadow Fiend, who's up at 36 souls and level 8, almost level 9 now.
Yeah, and here's the
Rupture. Rupture. You were wrong. What? I've just been told by both the Complexity managers that it is Fly from Fnatic.
What the f-
That's 2 points for Revo?
Screw you. Screw you. I thought it was Void Boy's Fly. Here's the reason why. A, Simba. B, he's playing support, which usually...
By the way, VG Gaming
play offlane, which... Well, never mind then.
Yep, I was right.
I'm kind of impressed.
VG Gaming first invite.
I'm not even mad.
I'm not surprised either. I'm a little surprised it wasn't Newbie, but then again, no. I'm on the side of the fence that
But, hey, whatever.
Anyways,
let's see. So, a bit on the experience. Pandego is just way back. I mean, I know that you want to play as a 5, but just being level 3, 9 minutes in, that's a little bit too much, man. You're straying a little bit too much your lack of experience, because you're an Asian person. You want to get level 6 pretty fast. I mean, you
don't want to be on the run from a homing missile.
Your income, you know, you might wanna just you know, just play. You know, you wanna keep yourself poor. Okay, you wanna be poor, no problem. But you do want to have the experiences at the same time. You wanna get older. I think that's a horrible analogy. Anyway, the point is this Asian person is way back on the experience ladder, and I feel like it's gonna hurt eHug quite significantly, because also Pandego doesn't have any way of farming while there is no team fight or any engagement whatsoever.
In terms of offlaners, though, we've got a Tide with Mana Boots here and a Sand King who basically is done with Blink Dagger. He's actually done with it. He's just waiting for Zizzy to kill that creep so he can safely get to the Secret Shop for this sneak attack. No smoke necessary. Infinity, bottom lane, in some trouble. No meander. He wants it. You can see it. You can see it in his beady little Sand King immortal-less eyes, actually. Come on, Moon.
He doesn't have
support
epicenter,
esports?
though.
No epicenter, but I mean, he's got a max level Burrow Strike and Sandstorm. If you get a max level Burrow Strike off on this enemy, they're stunned for 2.17 seconds. They've also taken 280 damage. Ursa just rips them to shreds.
On top of that, the Sandstorm damage is not that shabby as well. I mean, level 4 Sandstorm is actually quite substantial. It's not lethal like burst damage per se, but it's, I mean, it does stack up, and you know, with the Ursa damage plus the extra stun time plus the Sandstorm that you get, which is 30 mana, by the way, which it is quite ridiculous for the Sand King. It makes him so efficient into farming now onwards. He can stack up quite a heavy punch with someone else, and actually he's just gonna jump into Infinity and fly. Just
no epicenter needed. Now he'll get it. He's like, okay, now I can get my ult. It's all good. Ursa actually with the Vlad's, I want to say he's a bit farther behind on farm, but now Vlad's is such a great item in general that I think every team should get one at this point. Like, literally every team. It's not a unique attack modifier. Whenever. Maybe not right away, but eventually.
Yeah, the item timing, because there are a lot of other items that do have a bigger priority.
Yeah,
support,
of course.
You know, if you're playing as a support.
But late game, you want one.
Eventually, yeah, you want to get a Vlad's, especially if you're relying heavily into melee carries as well, because the constancy remains. It's amazing for melee carries, but or cores if you want to be more technical about it. But still, at the same time, I mean, now you're gonna have an actual reason why to do it with ranged supports. And now they're actually gonna pick up Bandango. This is the thing that I was mentioning here.
Yeah, but a Ravage coming out in a big way. Moomiander, his ult, he didn't even try to get it off. It's actually the Witch Doctor ult will come out on the Gyrocopter. Is it enough damage? They'll take him back to the base, and they will wait. They'll wait for the return. I'm not even going to show you guys if he's tethering back or not, because I want you to feel the suspense, the reality of the situation. Yeah, he's obviously not going to come back, because they're not stupid. Z-Freak, he's dead.
Well,
I mean,
they were trying to pull the fancy move, though, because if you notice, Swindlemelon's actually TP'd to the tower. So the idea was just to get the Gyrocopter from here to here, or maybe
or just get so you can tether away. Yes,
exactly. So never mind. I overreach a little bit, but yours is gonna get the engine version again. So this bird is just eating ice cream left, right, and center. He's gonna get so fat. Yeah, ice cream makes you fat. What?
I wouldn't know. I'm American. Haha.
Well,
actually,
you
I'm
call
not,
yourself a whitener who doesn't go out a lot, so I don't think
I'm also not fat, so yeah, it doesn't fit.
But I mean,
meanwhile, Moomiander getting taken down by the epicenter. Let's stay on topic, Rupture. Chat will riot. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that.
Why did you say that?
I shouldn't have
Anyway, let's change it to a little bit of something more relevant. Swindlemelon's actually going for a PKB, it seems.
I'm fine with this. It could be Sanjanasha again, yeah. But he's going to have to pick up
this is gonna sound crazy, but I actually think,
oh, mid lane. Mid-team fight. In the river. What? How was that not a very big team fight? There were like 5 heroes.
They don't know who else is on the back of this, even though Complexity had this is just pushing bottom lane. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that eHug didn't engage into this, but
you know what's going to happen though?
That's sure about their position.
Another one of those will happen, Rupture, and I won't look at it, and Chad will be like, "Oh my god, camera's so fail. He didn't see the team fight." But when there was almost a team fight, I'm right there. I'm ready.
All right.
But MJW
coming from Fly. Good
MJW dead. He did. He did. 8-4 for Complexity. They're leading by 4K. XP leading by about 12K. It's not as great a margin as last game, but they are still definitely ahead. And we have to remember that last game it was very close for a little while, and then Complexity just got a lead and ran with it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, man. Don't worry about it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing going on in this. Is the fact that for a second I thought that that Swindlemelos might have gone for a. Oh my god, that's a huge stack. Damn, that's like a 5 stack there.
Oh god.
I was thinking he was going for an Agams. I know it sounds weird, but for 1 second I thought that
I think it's a 4.
Swindlemelos was going to go for like
a 4
utility gyrocopter. But I just noticed his skill build, which is...
It's carry. And I'll tell you exactly why. Ursa falls off late. He just does. I mean, eventually, they start getting more disables with like a sheep stick or even just like a Yules. And you get kited, you fall off. He's an early game, mid game hero. Gyro doesn't fall off. In fact, picking up this big of a stack is gonna secure him a BKB.
I want to rebuke that right off the bat. He does fall off, but he eventually does fall off later.
Much later. Yeah. I just feel like Flat Cannon, as a damage dealer, like, if you have to get a Rapier on Gyro, you can do it. You can hold out till extreme late game.
Yeah.
In a way, he's a better Medusa because there's no limit on the targets.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I feel like the bigger reason about this is the fact that, okay, you're going to devote disables into shutting down the Ursa from the team fight. That means those disables are not committed towards the gyrocopter. Now, good initiation from Moonmeander, and, well, there goes another snow cone. And Fuzzy Wuzz is going to get... He needs to check his sugar.
Oh, God. Zizzy just going to man fight. He doesn't have an ult to work with, but he doesn't get enough damage off.
See, and that's what ice cream does to you, man.
Yeah.
Told you. Eating too much ice cream, you get wrecked, boy. You get wrecked.
Yeah. He ate the ice cream.
Yeah. It's just you know.
I will say that is some
just with balance.
That's some pure vanilla ice cream right there. If it's that white, like usually it's kind of an off-white. You know what? Okay, I'll talk about that later. Is actually smoke gonna come out on Corey, and Corey, he did. He did.
Easy sushi, man. Easiest sushi of my life. MJW is gonna be next on the chopping block. Well, maybe. Do they have any follow-up to
They
this?
can relocate if they absolutely need to if Z-Freak lives, but okay.
That
Z-Freak lives.
was quite ambitious. That was quite ambitious coming from MJW, to be completely honest.
But a Ravage coming out. Actually, a huge Requiem that hits on 3 and applies that debuff. But Justin, as you can see, Zizzy does not care. He's like, oh, you reduced my damage by 50%. That's cute. I'm Ursa. Deal with it. Infinity getting jumped on. There's going to be a big AA ulti. It's off on 4. Is it enough damage? I don't think so. No.
Stop hyping that. Stop it.
I turned the hype off. Thank you.
Because it comes down to the regular issue that I said just before. Pendig was just way too behind on experience, man. He's just way too behind. He should be already at least like level 8.
But he can't get farm enough to make a Midas. Like, you have to get some kills in the early game to make that work. And complexity, they're giving nothing away.
No, but I'm talking about your time.
Oh dear.
Because
goodbye on the Ursa. Or the Roche. I mean, Ursa's gonna get hit by that, and he doesn't even care.
Might drop.
Moomiander could fall.
No.
He's okay. He has to go down to 1,000.
It's a level 1.
And that's a force on him as well. That's pretty big because... Oh, you want to kite Ursa by force staffing away from him? Here, Ursa, have a speed boost. Go ahead. I mean...
But I feel like Pandango, I'm noticing this, is the fact that, I mean, as I said before, if you want to renounce your farm, okay, fine. You want to have like 1,000 net worth, good on you. But at least be around the ally heroes in order to soak some experience, right? Like right now, Gordon is right here. Why the hell are you sitting here? Like, just get the experience. It's not even like you're taking any last hits or any farm away from the guy. Just get some experience, man. Just something. And right now, Pandango's just, again, it's the fact that he has been a little bit rotating.
Time out, Ruptur. 3:22 till the next invite. Okay, just had to do it.
For what?
There were 3 minutes 22 seconds to the next invite right then.
3:22.
Yep,
nice.
Confirmed. By the time you guys hear this in chat, it's long gone. The 3:22 is over.
But like here.
But I was here. Yep.
Just sit next to the ancients, man. Just get the experience, please.
No, Pandago, go back. Go back. That's your XP.
Go back. You don't deserve the experience.
Actually, he needs... Tide does need his level 11 here. So... sapping XP is not that good at the moment, but any other time, it's pretty great.
I mean, granted,
he
has been on the position 5, he has been warding quite a lot.
On the bright side, Corey is about to have the silver edge if he doesn't die here. Ursa does have a blink there. He's not going to die. Yeah, he's okay now.
He got a good heads up. He saw him because of this ward.
He can sell something, maybe? Or he's probably not going to sell it. He's probably just going to save for the recipe. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
but meanwhile, on
he
top,
could
like,
sell something else.
Here's the problem, though. By the time you get the silver edge, if all your outer towers are down, can you still come back as Slark? I'm not saying that he can't. I'm just questioning how easy it's going to be, how possible it might be.
I don't think the problem is your arrow towers.
Wait.
It's the fact that complexity
that relocate. Holy crap.
Damn, Justin just got ripped.
Oh, but a Ravage actually coming out on 3, but Moomiander are going to be stranded here. Doesn't have a Sandstorm just yet, but he is dusted. If they can get vision, they don't need it. They'll hit him with the Ice Blast. Swindlemelon's in a lot of trouble. Will at least bring down the Tide with him.
But
Tide was so hungry, he could help Slark finish off the Gyrocopter. So, I mean, it's even. That's the Silver Edge done. Meanwhile, back at base. They sing the Song of the Rats. That's a great trade. Even, I mean, okay, so we lost a team fight. Who cares? We did 75% of the damage to the last tower.
And I don't say it was lost a team fight. I mean, they did lost a team fight, but not by much. It was literally 1 kill. Like, one...
Yeah, if the relocate hadn't brought Ursa and Wisp out, it wouldn't have been, as good a team fight for Complexity for sure.
Yeah,
they
that
definitely would have gotten
actually
5-man wiped.
that side of Complexity because Seafreak didn't broke the tether, and just when the Ravage came into the
Oh
fight,
dear, Justin
that tether was
is
running
dead.
out.
Is not
they
dead.
kind of
Is dead.
block.
Oh my god. This
I'm
Sero,
gonna trade Gaia for this.
nice ult from Moon, but they are all hit with the AA debuff. And it's not enough. Like, it's just like, okay, we can't lifesteal for a second. Who cares?
Yeah. It's just rough, man. It's just really rough. And as you said before, the problem as well is that this ancient apparition cannot really go anywhere near the enemy radar because, well, this happens.
Ooh. Yep. Ancient apparition taken down. I
Ripped
mean,
apart.
Ursa wants that ice cream. He's like, look, I don't care what it'll do to my hips. I'm gonna look good. Evil Geniuses, next invite. I literally turned my head and saw it refresh. I mean, they're a shaky team, you know, Ruptur, but I think they could like have this as a Cinderella story, you know?
Infinity? He's gonna get ganged up by the two, well, by Moonmeander and Fly, so...
Okay, I think at this point I can say that Infinity may be living up to his names only in terms of how many times he's died. Because it seems like every time he's in a fight, he's dying.
Holy shit! Wow. Really?
I couldn't resist.
He's 26 for crying out loud.
It's 6 deaths, but he is dying a lot, and while his ravages have been pretty on point, Complexity are just getting so much more out of these fights. Like,
yeah, but I feel like it falls more into Complexity actually just
playing well rather than eHug playing
having
terribly.
a solid plan or a solid like step 2 and 3 to pretty much what they do.
Yeah.
Instead of just blundering around. Again, the only gripe that I do have is just Pendejo just being too, I would say, cautious, but not even cautious, but more like not being around experience. But that's about it. I mean, he is already level 9, so I mean, he got there eventually. Just took him a little while, but honestly, Complexity are just gaining their snowball effect pretty much, and they're doing a better job at it than eHug are trying to do, even though they have a bigger team fight. The problem is, when you have bigger ultimates, usually the cooldowns are as well bigger. Therefore, if you screw those up or if they don't line up perfectly, you're not gonna win the team fights pretty much. And that's what happens. I mean, we have seen like a pretty decent, pretty good Requiems coming from Justin, sorry, and on top of Ravages from Infinity, which have been, as you said, on point. The problem is like, well, the Witch Doctor is not there, the Ice Blade is on cooldown, maybe Pendejo is dead. I mean, Corey might be farming somewhere else, so those big ultimates by their own selves are not enough.
Yeah.
And that's a problem that happens with any heavy AoE, heavy ultimate lineup. Is the fact that unless you're lining those ultimates on top of each other, you're not gonna get that bigger bang for your buck. And
basically, if you're not gonna get on, Dota Cinema's Symphony of Skills, your team lineup is kind of lackluster, because when those ults are down, it's just kind of, oh, well, they walk all over us. Okay, well, my ult was down, guys. Sure, it's an excuse for your team, but it's not really a good excuse, because the reason your ult is down is because you have to commit it to every single fight. And if the enemy team can fight more often than you, then you just lose.
Well, unless you're able to, as you said, line them up pretty well. But Corey, he's gonna get relocated upon, and Moonmeander a good initiation, mind you. That was a really good blink into Border Strike, so...
Like, normally I'd hype up the Ice Blast, but it's off on 4 heroes, and they do not care. Period. Like, they're just like, okay, so, it's a little cold outside. Cool. I'll put on a jacket and we'll walk away. We're fine, guys.
They're gonna go for the tier 3s. Here's the part when you wanna have Corey alive and you wanna have your Ice Blast online. Corey alive, buyback. Okay, that works. But, I mean... There is no Ice Blast, and they were off position. I mean, Infinity wasn't even nearby the enemy lineup. They forced that buyback, and well, it's like mission accomplished. We forced a buyback, and we took a Rex in the process. So who cares? We might re-engage again. That's the thing that Complexity right now are having on this game, is the fact that they have the freedom of actually just engage at, when they see fit.
And they don't have to commit every single ult to a fight to win it.
And even if they
use
do,
the relocate. Yeah, even if they do, they probably win the fight because they're ahead in terms of net worth. They're farmed. They're actually 14k gold ahead. That is pretty ridiculous. There's also a pipe coming from Sand King, so the wombo combo, it's cute.
I mean, besides that, is the fact that even if they do commit them, which is the longest cooldown? It's like, well, we have 45 seconds on the cooldown. Finger of Death, only because it's a level 2, but if it is a level 3 Finger of Death, it's not going to be such a big of a deal. 40 seconds on the Enrage. Relocate, okay, 75 seconds, a minute. Yeah, okay, kind of big. And the Epicenter, 100 seconds. That's your biggest
Oh dear, Z3 gonna get jumped on with the Silver Edge as well. But Ursa's right here. And luckily Slark realized it in time. He said, okay, Wisp is going somewhere. I don't want to be here when he gets back.
I don't think the Ursa had any lockdown to kill him, so...
Yeah.
I think Cordy did have, like, a good, solid, like, 3 seconds in order to disengage. But still, he's on buyback and he's kind of pretty much SOL if he dies anytime soon. So... Oh, by the way, Sonoma has a Monkey Game Bar because, well... Yeah, that's why. And it's gonna be huge because the thing is, as a gyrocopter, you want to deal as much damage as humanly possible in the lowest amount or the lowest span of time, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which the MKB works in spades for this. I mean, it gives you a pretty hefty amount of damage, and you have a decent attack speed buff as well. But I wouldn't be surprised to see like a butterfly on top of this, or finish up the Satanic on the gyrocopter.
Definitely. I think we're going to see him go into more damage right away because, again, this is what I was talking about. Ursa's he's starting to show those gray hairs on his back, you know? Although they don't look too gray right now, they actually look bright red, but you get what I mean.
I don't know.
He's getting old.
I don't know, man. He has a lot of room to grow still. I mean, he's going for a Scythe of Ice, which is going to expand.
Is he actually definitely going for Scythe?
Why
we can assume so. I mean, yeah. Let's just go ahead and assume so. And it will be Satanic for Swindle.
Even though it doesn't have the break mechanic anymore,
just the lockdown.
It's still a pretty hard disable for the Norse, and you're not gonna worry about mana issues like ever.
It also forces out a BKB from Slark, at least they hope, which is what he's going for anyway. But actually, AA ult gonna come out. They could actually have follow up for this. A Swindle Balance will get hit. Zero, he hits Z-Freak once, and then backs off Infinity with the ult, but they're just not getting the focus off, and Ziz, he's back in the fight. He's got his BKB up, but now he's taking tons of damage from the Witch Doctor ultimate. The mech will come out, Moomeander back in with the ult now, and this is what we were talking about. When Complexity commits all their ults, they just win a fight. And GG's called. Complexity will take the series 2-0. And Ruptur, we got a lot of people here. There was a game that was just played. I'm not sure if it's still going on. I can check. The Boreal business gaming game. Chat, just go ahead and tell us if enough people want to see it, we can cast it. It'll be from the VOD. There'll probably be spoilers. So sorry, but we can cast it if you want. But if you don't, hey, thanks for watching anyway. It's Truesight TV on Twitch, Truesight TV on Twitter, Truesight TV on Facebook. We got a YouTube channel you can find below the channel and in the chat. It'll be posted. I'm SPRevolution5. He's Ruptur with a 3 instead of an E. You can find us on Facebook under those names with Dota beside them. Like SPRevolution5 Dota, Ruptur3. And you can find us on Twitter with those names as is. Have I covered everything?
Also, a quick plug, since we have so many people. I'll be casting in Spanish probably about, what time is it? Around 1 hour, actually.
Oh, wow. You don't get a break.
Like that.
So I guess we aren't casting the next
5 minutes to 1 hour. So some Lima 5 Peru Dota, so it's like a South American Dota. And I'll be doing it on my Hitbox channel, which I'm probably gonna link in 2 minutes in the future. Or you're gonna see it actually 2 minutes in the past for you people. So
yeah, so they'll be the ones time traveling. Anyways, guys, we really appreciate your support, your viewership, and everything. Thank you for coming out. If you don't mind, following the channel. That means a lot to us. And any feedback you have, positive, negative, whatever, as long as it's constructive, it helps us a ton. So thank you again for watching, and hope you guys have a good night.
Also, sorry by the English, because I have quite off with the English, but again, I just woke up, so sorry.
Alright, see you guys later. Thank you for watching.